Ghana's urban population has more than tripled in the last 30 years, from 4 million people to nearly 14 million, outpacing rural population growth. More than half of the country's 28 million citizens live in cities, compared to just 20% soon after independence in 1957.
Land is gold.
Belinda Pomang is a land lawyer, inundated with cases of multiple sales of land. In the past decade, the value of urban land has shot up so dramatically in prime locations like Osu in the capital Accra. Freehold properties can exceed $1 million for a 99-year lease.
You buy land, say, for 10,000 Ghana cedis in 2000, in the year 2000. Today, that same parcel of land, because of urbanization, would cost you about $50,000 or even $100,000.
Although Ghana was a British colony for 90 years, its land ownership structure was left intact with the country's chiefs at the helm.
Traditionally, in this country, land is owned by either the stool or skin. The stool, you find them down south, the skin up north, the stool or skin or the family.
The stool and the skin are symbols of traditional authority for the Asante and Akan, two of Ghana's largest tribes. These customary structures are accused of being a law unto themselves and of illegally selling parcels of land several times over. As the value of urban land appreciates, contestation over it has reached an all-time high, especially in Accra. Almost everywhere you turn are signs reading, "This land is not for sale," fruitless attempts to prevent so-called double sales. Almost everyone who has a piece of land here needs a go-between, like this man who wants his identity hidden. We've called him Patrick.
My name is I'm 35 years. I've been in this job for the past 15 years now. So I joined this job because I was looking for work for the longest time. I couldn't find work. I had a family to feed. And so I left my town and came to this town when I was told that there's a possibility to become a land guard and to work in this field.
Basically, a land guard is someone who acts as a guard over land. I mean, somebody who either ensures that the real owners of land have access to their land, or prevent others from basically taking up rights relating to a particular piece of land.
I was approached by the man who bought this land years ago that he wants to build on here, but he's not ready and cannot afford it now, so he needs me to guard the land for him. So people normally look for people who are strong, who are built like me, who can basically stand and protect their lands from being encroached by others.
Compounding the land encroachment problem is that a sizable proportion of Ghana's population lives abroad. Many of them buy land as an investment.
And these days you find a lot of cases like that. People have acquired lands 10 years back, they are not around, so those in Ghana grab those lands.
Patrick's employer lives in Ghana and works in government. Although he has money, he doesn't pay Patrick to guard his property. Instead, Patrick lives here, rent-free.
In the beginning, we negotiated that he would pay me 5,000 Ghana cedis to look after the land, to protect it for him.
Monthly, weekly?
That's the down payment he gave. Okay. And the idea was that he would pay me monthly. But also the fact that I was living here because I didn't have a place to stay and I was homeless meant that the man basically has now been taking the fact that I live here as rent or as payment for the work that I do to protect his land. He's a rich man. There's no way I can call him up on the phone and say, "You owe me money, come and pay." So that it means that I have to continually look after the land and protect it till he comfortably comes back to give me the money he owes me. I also need the money. I need a place to stay because my family is not in this city and they are far away. So I try and survive as much as I can through various means, and hopefully he'll come back soon and pay me.
The land guards are not paid per se, but then the land guards also see themselves as a part of the community that own that land. And so sometimes you hear statements like, this is our heritage.
On the outskirts of the inner city, part of Greater Accra, there's massive development. This is the epicenter of land contestation.
So there's contention a lot on this land. All around me, all of these lands are under contention. And so in the end, those who have more power, those who have more wealth, then bring other land guards or other policemen or a bulldozer to come and rake down the land to show their power and to start developing it. And that has happened a couple of times on this land. And so if I have to be very careful when I'm on the land, because somebody can bring their land guards. They can come with guns. They know I'm here. They want the land. They can come and shoot me. So I always have to be on guard. I don't have a gun. I don't have a knife, but I have ways of protecting myself.
Jonathan Nikwe, a former land guard, says he was attacked for deciding to quit. He too wasn't paid for guarding the land.
Then we just give you a land and a motto for you to work for him.
He says his former employer pretended to be a property developer, but actually sold land that guards had helped him steal.
But the estate developer has a lot of land guards with guns. He will just come and give you the guns for you to work with. And what he does is that he bully people. He will come to your land and then encroach it. He will take it by force, make sure that you don't have it again, that they kill people, they would just hurt you, you take them to the police station, they will just be free, and then you will lose your land just like that.
Has he killed people?
He said he hasn't killed anyone before, but in his group, they've done that before. But he wasn't the one who did it.
When you come to the context of land, yes, there have been many cases of land guards assaulting landowners or land contestants, and there have actually been deaths in some cases where land guards have either shot people or butchered people.
Fire him! Fire him! Fire him! Fire him! Shot him! Shot him! Shot him! Shot him!
They've become a national menace.
Activities of land guards very brutal.
Ronald Tete is a real estate developer specializing in residential property. He says his work has been seriously hampered by land guards.
They kill, they shoot.
In the 23 years he's been in business, he's opened 12 civil and criminal cases against land guards.
So how many workers have been attacked in your company?
I think about 8. Oh, they started chasing them and beating them, macheting them.
It's true that some land guards are criminals or they are violent, but it's not them. It's the people who have given them money and have empowered them and have so said to them, when you go on the side, tell them to stop work or move somebody from there. And then sometimes in that state of rage, people get guns get shot, people get fined, people get killed.
Coming up, there are supposed to be no villages. The way he's acting, it's like saying, this is the whole area is mine, I can hunt wherever without due regards to boundaries of village land.